Hello and welcome back to Fitness Friday with Johnny Tiger. The date is June 18, 2021. The last few series we have been doing some rather unconventional and can be a little bit intensive exercises with the resistance band. So today we are going to take it a little bit easier. I mean, depending on your fitness level, you may say this is still not easy. That's good. I mean, if it's easy, we wouldn't need to do them technically, as I always say about exercises. Um, but I'm going to show you guys some very basic exercises today that you don't require any equipment whatsoever, and you don't need to uh, be able to you don't need to be an Olympic level athlete or anything like that. These are things that will help you tone muscles in a direction that maybe you have not been working on before. We are going to do some cross diagonal movements. Why is it important to do cross-diagonal movement? Because sometimes what we find with people who get used to weightlifting and working on the machines at the gym, and even people who do a lot of conventional push-ups and burpees and sit-ups, is people are only strong in one of two directions. People end up being able to pull really hard, or people end up being able to push really hard. But we end up with people who are not particularly strong or tend to be a little bit shaky if they have to go off center. For example, if it's a torquing motion or if they have to reach across their body and stuff like that. So we end up with people who are strong in one of or two directions that are sadly not very flexible. Okay, so flexibility is both good and bad in fitness. Let's quickly talk about that. Flexibility ensures that you are not going to get injured as much. Okay, the more flexible you are, the harder it is for you to overextend and to get injured. And it's very, very useful. Definitely an attribute in martial arts and in the general well-being of your body, especially when you start to get old. Uh, if you work on things like Tai Chi and yoga and work on your flexibility, you'll find that you get injured a lot less than people who don't. People who don't work on the flexibility tend to run into issues like they wake up in the morning and they're already injured because they get up too fast, or they twist in the wrong direction, or they just spend the night sleeping in an awkward position. These are the kind of situations where people who are flexible will avoid. On the other hand, why is flexibility a bad thing for people who want to work out? Because generally speaking, if you're very flexible, you're not going to be able to be as strong, uh, be able to hold as much weight as people who are not so flexible. Because when you're not so flexible, there is a built-in point for your body to start resisting, to push it back. There's a point where your body just won't go past. So that will sometimes assist you in handling heavier weight. Myself, I'm actually a good example of that. I am able to do most kind of push-up, but if you guys can see my hand, I'm very double jointed. My fingers, at least, I can flex my hand back, and my finger can go back really, really far. Huh? Some of you can do better, but most people can't really get to that point. Uh, my fingers are really flexible. That's good when I'm in a wrestling match or grappling match and stuff like that because I can take a lot of torquing. I can be bent in all kind of positions and I don't get hurt. But at the same time, with fingers like these, it's extremely challenging for me to do finger push-ups because my finger tend to want to lean the wrong way. they are going to keep leaning back in the wrong direction when I put a lot of weight on them, just because they're flexible. Uh, Another good analogy I can uh, give you is if I ask you to use a blade of grass to pick up a pebble versus using a totally stiff length of stick to pick up a pebble, then I'll guarantee that using the blade of grass to pick up a pebble is almost impossible because it's too flexible, if not rigid. But at the same time, if you uh, use some kind of force against a length of branch versus a blade of grass, the branch is going to break way before the grass does because the grass will just flex out of the way. So, yes, flexibility is both good and bad depending on what you are trying to do. As long as you're not trying to be like a champion weightlifter or do some crazy weight bearing exercises, I think generally speaking, the more flexible you are, the better. But yeah, your mileage may vary. So with that said, that is exactly why we are doing what we're doing today, the cross diagonal exercises that will get your muscles used to working, moving, stretching, and generating power in a different direction rather than just forward and back, left and right. I hope you guys can see me. I know the camera is not at the not as high as it usually is, because we are going to go down to the ground in a little bit. So if you can't see what I'm doing, tell me. Okay. Now, first exercise, very simple. We are going to jog on the spot and bring our knee to our opposite elbow. So left knee, right elbow, right knee to left elbow, left, right, left, right. So you're twisting to bring your knee up. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Good cardio and good twisting and reaching. Good for your abs, good for your heart. Okay? Now, second exercise. We're going to go down to the ground and lay on our back. While we're laying on our back, I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left knee. Okay? Very comfortable. Just cross your leg, right ankle to left knee, left foot is on the ground, close to my butt. Now, what I'm doing, I'm going to do a crunch. But rather than coming straight up, I'm going to reach for my right knee with my left elbow. Okay? Now, here is the thing with most of the cross diagonal exercises. Please do it slow and actually use your muscle to reach for it. Okay? Because if I rely on momentum, this makes it a lot easier. Yeah, that's easy. But you're defeating the purpose. The whole point is to make your muscle do every inch of the work rather than using speed and momentum. So, even though it's a lot harder, when you reach for that right knee, with your elbow, do it nice and slow. Contract all the muscles in your body to get there. Just like that. And then, of course, we uncross our leg. Now, left ankle, go over right knee. Right elbow, reaching for that left knee. Just like that. Exercise number 3. We're still laying on our back. This time, we're going to stick one leg up, straight up in the air. Okay? One leg is down, one leg is up. My left leg is down, my right leg is pointing straight at the ceiling. And I'm going to reach for my right toe with my left hand. Again, I'm going to try to do it nice and slow rather than jerking the motion. Okay, don't want to do it fast. You don't want momentum. You don't want velocity. You want a nice, honest, slow reach. Slow reach. Slow reach. Slow reach. Okay, and then we put the right foot down and stick our left leg up in the air. We reach for our left toe with our right hand. Nice and slow. Reach. 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 Just like that. Exercise number 4. We're going to flip over now. Now we're going to get a little bit more challenging. Lay down on your belly and prop yourself up on your left elbow. Okay, right arm going to be behind you. Okay, so I'm laying on my belly. I'm propped up on my left elbow. I'm going to reach behind me and try to get my right hand to touch my my left heel. Okay, this is a very small motion. Once you touch them together, hold that pose for a little bit for count of 3, and then come back to neutral. Okay, ready? Remember, nice and slow. Reach. 1, 2, 3. Back to neutral. Reach. 1, 2, 3. Back to neutral. Reach right hand to left heel. 1, 2, 3. Back to neutral. Reach. 1, 2, 3. Back to neutral. You will feel a stretch along the side of your abs, and that's exactly what we're working for. Now, switch hand. We're going to prop ourselves up on our right elbow. Left hand go behind our back. Reach in for that right heel. Okay? Reach. 1, 2, 3. Down. Reach. 1, 2, 3. Down. Reach. 1, 2, 3. Down. Reach. 1, 2, 3, and down. Exercise number 5. We are going to do push-ups. But at the top of every push-up, we're going to take one hand off the ground and reach down to touch the knee of the opposite leg. That's it. It's just like regular push-up, but at the top of your push-up, you will reach down to touch the knee of the opposite leg. Slap that knee. Push up, tap the opposite knee. Push up, tap the opposite knee. Push up, tap the opposite knee. Push up and tap the opposite knee. Okay. Now, exercise number 6. We're really getting a little bit more advanced now. We'll still be in a push-up position. And no push-up this time. I mean, you can add push-up if you want, but you don't need to. All we are doing is when we're in the push-up position, we're going to bring our left knee to meet our right elbow. So we're going to take our right hand, left foot off the ground, bring the knee and elbow together before putting them back. And then we switch. Left hand, right foot, come off the ground, right knee, left elbow, meet, and extend. So it's just like what we were doing when we were standing, jogging on the spot, just doing it from holding a plank, a push-up position. Okay? Knee to opposite elbow, 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 just like that. Last but not least, this time we're going to flip over, go into a crab walk position. Okay? What is a crab walk? That's when you're sitting on your butt. Okay? Sit on your butt on the floor, Lean back, put your hand on the floor behind you, bring your feet close to your butt, and now use your hands and your feet, bridge your body off the ground. So you're like a reverse push-up position. Okay, now from this position, we are going to do what we just did. Take one hand, one foot off the ground, and have the elbow and knee meet in the middle. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. So right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee, right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee, right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee. Just like that. The last two are a little bit more challenging, but even if you skip those, these should give you very good foundation on working out those weird cross angle uh, exercises that you might not have paid attention to in the past. Remember, do it nice and slow, no jerky motion, no building up momentum. Be honest with your muscles, and your muscles will be honest with you. If you enjoy what you hear, but if you enjoy what you get here on Fitness Friday, then please check out the Johnny Tiger Experience podcast. You can get it on any podcast platform, including Amazon Echo. Just ask Echo to play Johnny Tiger Experience podcast, and you will get it. There, you'll have more fitness tips, martial art tips, all kind of product reviews, and all the fun stuff you'll come to enjoy on this daily video. Thank you for checking out today's Fitness Friday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Survival Saturday. For now, have a good night.